In the world of mixed martial arts, every legend casts a long shadow. But what happens when a new champion rises from that legacy? What happens when old rivals refuse to let the past die? And what happens when, on the eve of a career-defining moment, a bombshell is dropped that shakes the MMA world to its core? Tonight, we dive into one of the most electrifying stories in combat sports. Khabib's old foe, Tony Ferguson, has just dropped a bombshell ahead of Islam Makhachev's welterweight debut. This is a tale of tangled rivalries, evolving fighting styles, and the relentless pursuit of greatness. So, fight fans, settle in, because this is a story you'll be talking about long after the final bell. To understand the magnitude of Tony Ferguson's recent comments, we have to go back to the beginning, to the unforgiving mountains of Dagestan. On those wrestling mats in icy rivers, a dynasty was forged. Khabib Nurmagomedov's vision was clear: create not just champions, but legends. From that vision emerged Khabib Nurmagomedov, a fighter whose very name became synonymous with dominance. Khabib's style was simple, yet devastating. Take you down, hold you there, break your will. A flawless 29-0 record, a legacy seemingly untouchable. But even as Khabib reigned, whispers grew of a new generation, fighters ready to build on that foundation. At the forefront, Islam Makhachev. Every great champion needs a rival. For Khabib, that rival was Tony "El Cucuy" Ferguson. Tony Ferguson, wild, unpredictable, a master of chaos. Where Khabib was methodical, Tony was frenetic. Where Khabib smothered, Tony sliced. Their styles destined to clash. The UFC tried 5 times to make this fight happen. 5 times fate intervened. Injuries, weight cut disasters, even a global pandemic. Fans were left with speculation. Who would have won? Who was the true king of lightweight? Tony never let the rivalry die. Even as his own career took brutal turns, epic wars, heartbreaking losses, he kept Khabib's name alive, convinced that unfinished business still lingered. As Khabib retired, the torch passed to Islam Makhachev. Trained by Abdulmanap, mentored by Khabib, Islam was seen as the next in line. But Islam wasn't content to be a copy. He absorbed every lesson, then added his own wrinkles. Islam's rise was a masterclass in patience and precision. He dismantled opponents one by one with suffocating grappling and ever-improving striking. By 2025, he was the undisputed lightweight champion, with multiple defenses and a growing reputation as the pound-for-pound king. But Islam's ambitions didn't stop at lightweight. The hunger for greatness pushed him to seek new challenges. The next frontier, welterweight. The MMA world exploded. Tony Ferguson, the man who trained for Khabib more than anyone, now declaring that Islam had surpassed the legend. Was this genuine respect? A mind game? Or Tony simply stirring the pot? Let's pause and unpack Tony's claim. For years, Khabib was considered the most dominant grappler in MMA history. His top control, his ground and pound, his ability to make world-class fighters look helpless, legendary. But Tony saw something different in Islam: speed, unpredictability, a style less rigid, more fluid, and perhaps more dangerous. The question is simple: could Islam's evolved style succeed where so many others had failed? Could he conquer a new division against bigger, stronger, more explosive opponents? For Islam, this journey is about more than belts. It's about legacy, about honoring Abdulmanap's vision, a vision that saw Dagestan's fighters not just as champions, but as legends. Every time Islam steps into the cage, he carries the hopes of a region, the memory of his mentor, and the expectations of fans who see him as Khabib's true heir. But with those expectations comes pressure. Every win is scrutinized, every mistake magnified. Is he the next Khabib? Is he even better? Or is he chasing a shadow that can never be caught? If Islam conquers welterweight, the doors to super fights swing wide open. Belal Muhammad, a friend, a training partner. But in the UFC, sometimes friends must become rivals. Ilia Topuria, the Spanish phenom, hungry for a legacy-defining fight. Leon Edwards, the current champion, waiting for his next challenger. Who's next for Islam if he wins? Or is there another dark horse waiting in the wings? The welterweight division is a shark tank, and Islam is about to dive in. Thank you for joining us on this deep dive into the drama, the legacy, and the future of MMA's most compelling saga. If you enjoyed this story, hit that like button, subscribe for more epic fight breakdowns, and ring the bell so you never miss an episode. This is our channel where legends are made, rivalries never die, and the fight never ends. Until next time, keep your hands up, your mind sharp, and your passion for MMA burning bright.